Okay, we're going to talk through how to add a customer inside of QuickBooks Online Advanced. So if I come over here to my Sales tab, and I can click on Customers. So when I come into my Customers area, of course we can upload customers after another video, but I'm going to go ahead and add a new customer. When you upload, you don't get access to all the information, so you may want to upload some and then come in here and edit more. But we have title. I don't know how many people actually use that now, Mr., Mrs., Doctor. First name, Marjorie. Oops, I typed in. Middle name, you can put that in there if you needed to. If you can have a suffix, the third. Husband is a fourth, I think, maybe a third. And then we can put in here the company name. Okay. You can put the display as name. So do you want to display it as Marjorie Adams, Adams, Marjorie, or Fourlane? If it's a company, probably want to put the company name in there, even if we have information up top for what their name is. Down here we have print on check as, and we say use the display name, yes or no. And if we say no, we can type in a display name. So when would you print a check? Maybe if you had to do a refund check to this customer, what would you like the check to read? I'm going to go over here before going to the tab. So then we have the email address, and notice how it says separate multiple emails with commas. So info@fourlane.com, comma, space, sales@fourlane.com. We can put in a phone number, a mobile number, a fax number. Not sure who uses those. Another field, we have a website. You can make this a sub-customer of, so very similar to a job. What the sub-customer of does, it's great for reporting. Okay, so in the reporting area, I can run a report. Let's say we had Fourlane Austin and Fourlane Dallas, and I could run a report for Fourlane as a whole to see how we're doing. And then I could also run sub-reports for Fourlane Dallas or Fourlane Austin to see independently how they're doing by those locations. Okay, very similar to a job in QuickBooks Desktop. So I can bill it as a sub-customer. When you bill it as a sub-customer, you have the options to bill, meaning when you create an invoice, create it with the parent. And then you have another option for when you bill this level. I'm not quite sure why you would bill with the parent but still want to have the sub-customers, maybe just to be able to track multiple ship-to addresses. That would be one of the reasons why. Or perhaps you want to track expenses by sub-customer, but you don't care to track invoicing by sub-customer. I don't see many people do the bill with the parent, though. Okay. All right, down below here we have our address. So what's the billing address? Okay. Now notice how if you put something in here, Expressway, Austin, Texas, 78731, we can click the map view and it will pop us on over to Google Maps to verify. So pretty neat. There's our office location. And then we have our shipping address. So the shipping address can be the same as the billing address, or you can make it something different. We have notes, so we can add notes on the customer level. These are just going to be maintained here at the customer screen. Tax information, so if they have a tax ID number, we'd be putting this in here. Payment and billing, so we have the preferred payment method. It will just be a default when we receive a payment from them. Preferred delivery method, print later or send later. Okay, so what that will be is it'll default to print on their forms, or it'll default to send later on their forms. Their default terms, we can set that up here, so it sets it up automatically on each of their invoices. We do have this field for opening balance. I strongly suggest not putting anything in this field. It's basically going to create the open balance for this customer, but we should do that through a transaction instead, or multiple transactions. So if they owe us $500 on invoice 123 and they owe us $200 on invoice 111, we want to know which invoices are outstanding, so we shouldn't just lump it all in here. What language to send these invoices to the customer in? So this is pretty cool if we have international customers. You can send their invoice in a different language. Any attachments that we have with this customer, so things like contracts that we have with them, or maybe some set price level lists, or I don't know, anything that we have that we needed to attach. Then we can have custom fields tied to the customer, so these are just going to be default custom fields that show up. We go into custom fields more in another video. And then we have additional information, which is customer type, so construction, retail, trade, wholesale trade. So where that matters, I'm going to go ahead and say save. Oh, I don't want to make it a sub-customer. Just say save. Now I've created this customer, and all of that is done. On the reports, what's really important to note, if I come down here, I would say when I see fields show up, can I run reports by these fields? So when I come down here and look at these reports, notice that when I run a P&L, I don't have the option to total by customer type in here. So there could be some other ways, but just the simple fact that I can't come in here and total my columns by customer type, you just have to be aware of where can we use this information. Okay, so that is how to set up a customer inside of QuickBooks Online.